Hello. If you watch this in the replay, I hate to say this every damn time like a broken record, but you never know who's watching. Make sure you like, comment, you know, open up the live chat so you can see what is being said. You can like join in the conversation, laugh aloud, haha, things like that. So welcome. This is late night. Want to see what's going on? How are you? Life treating you? All that other good stuff. Come on in. Hey, Michelle, how are you? You all the first, darling. All right. I have a list. I am trying to be a better YouTuber, but not really. A couple of things though I did want to talk about. Let's first, all right, so let's first talk about the virus. Let's first talk about that. And the reason why I want to talk about that, hi Audrey, how are you? I want to talk about that because people are losing it. Hi Karen. It is amazing how people are losing it. Let's just discuss the run on supplies that are happening right now. Hand sanitizer, Lysol type products, toilet paper. It's like people have lost their minds. I get it. We have, it's a flu. Okay, let's just talk about this. It's a flu. It's a new strain of the flu. Happens every couple of years, a new one comes out. But it's like this time people have really lost it. I do know that this is like kind of like here in America, this is kind of like the first time that it has really hit us, these type of things, as hard as it has. But we done lost it, y'all. And what's happening is that it's hitting the economy. Do y'all see how cheap these flights are? I need some money because I need to get a flight out. Hi Tammy. But then jobs are telling you don't fly out. And soon jobs that you can work remotely are going to have everybody working remotely. They are going to have everybody working remotely now. And I get it, but I think people are just losing their minds. And what y'all thoughts about this? I'm just curious because I mean they're for real losing it right now. So I just okay. So Megan, I get it for you. Right. I know you would be. I know you would be. I get it for you because yes, and actually I have a compromised immune system. So yes, it can affect me. I get that, for people who are in the high risk category, because technically I should be, kind of like, whoo, not doing a lot. But I mean, in general, it's just like people, but I think also people just really don't get what it is. I mean, the reality is that it's a flu, and people like get sick from the flu every year, and people do die from the flu every year. I mean, and the reality, I mean, let's just be honest. Let's just put this in perspective. Um, right. Let's put this in perspective. Right. Let's just put this in perspective that people, right. Yes. Yes. Exactly. For people who have compromised asthma, things like that. And that's just in general, right? Oh, wow. That's just in general. During flu season, this could happen to anybody who's in a compromised um, population of the in a compromised part of the population. Let's just be honest. That is a possibility. Right, Right. Okay, and that's true. Um, but some of the things that they're saying should have been like in place anyway. Wash your damn hands. Wash your hands. And I get, you know, it- and and let's just talk about the fact that there are other things that are killers all the time, and we're not losing our minds about that. Now, of course, many of them are not viruses, are not, contagious. And I think that's the thing. It's like a contagion. Right, right. It's like it is a contagion. So people are, oh my God, it's contagious and contagious. But it's like many things are happening. Yeah, yeah. So, matter of fact, look, I need to go get me some toilet paper because I'm about to get run low, and I'm like, girl, you right now that's interesting. The soap is not selling out, just the sanitizer, and really, sanitizer ain't that great for you anyway. Now that is true. There will be a shortage. The pharmaceutical company's about to make amends because people are crazy. Now the only thing I will say is, right, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now that's true. And technically that's the reason why the flu moves around anyway. I remember back in, when was that, 2009, 2010, was it? It was 2009, 2010. Remember, there was a flu going around then. And it was like, if you've gone, and I know it was coming out of Mexico or something. All I remember is if you had, right, H1N1, thank you. H1N1 was during that time. And I remember then, and right, that's true. H1N1 was the big one then, but that's what I'm saying. There have been other big flus that have been out there, like H1N1. Like, we've had other things that were very, prevalent during certain times. And, but this is, yeah, because most of the people who are here in Chicago that have it are the elderly. But the interesting thing is that the response to this has been so much more than any of the other ones, like the bird flu, H1N1, all of those things. The response right now, the panic that is involved. Right. Okay. But the response, the panic, is interesting to watch. How this has gone down, because the panic is ridiculous. The panic is ridiculous. Is ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. The panic is ridiculous. I think it is too. But I think, but the thing is, it's all over the world. It is truly all over, and it is a global, and so it's like the globe is panicking, and I get it because you really don't want, but I mean, it's really like it is because of the meta. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into it anymore. Hey Tracy, so it's like, okay. Now let's talk about a couple of other things. Now, first off, I do have a list. Yes, Italy. Well, Italy has had a lot of cases of it. Onion farmers. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, but I also think the countries that are having more, let's look at the population that's getting it, and B, I don't think they were Walla Walla. You got Walla Walla onions. I want some. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got all excited. Walla Walla onions. I think that shut your mouth. Um, shut your mouth. But I think that it's also because those countries are not prepared. Oh, yes! I would love a box. My email's in here. My address is in here too. So I would love a box of Walla Walla onions. Walla Walla! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's things just make me happy. The Walla Walla onions. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. Jobs like my job is kind of low key, telling you, hey, don't be going up flying, right? Because the stuff. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So because we are right in the, you know, and I get because I work in a school, so I get it because you need to watch these things and stay away from people. Oh wow, right, right. Well, girl, I can wait. It ain't like I need it anytime soon. I can wait on some onions, Walla onions. I can wait on. Right. Oh, me too. Okay, okay, okay. So that's one thing. Now let's just talk about what I had planned. I wanted to do yesterday. Okay, right. I wanted to watch. I was going to do. Hi, Tanya. I had wanted to yesterday. I was going to pay for the Corey Feldman documentary so we could watch it. I was trying to get it, but then they had issues with the server, and I'm so glad I didn't pay for because it crashed and all kind of craziness. Now I do know some people have watched it. Now, what I heard from because we was gonna do a watch party, I was gonna pay for it. We was gonna watch the whole thing on here. But what I did hear is, of course, he named Charlie Sheen. That pretty much from what I'm hearing is that um, now this is an interesting thing. He calls it the rape of the two Coreys, but I heard that he's pretty much talking about Corey Haim. And now we do know that boy had demons and everything, and he really was, not doing well. But it's interesting from what I'm hearing because he's calling it the rape of the two Coreys, but from what I'm hearing, he doesn't talk about himself being raped. He just talks about it in reference to Corey Haim, which kind of makes me think he's still in denial about what has happened to himself during that time because he doesn't want to admit that he also was raped. Because the reality is that men don't want to. That's a subject that matter that men don't. But I also think and don't get me wrong, I think that we know that he's telling the truth about this. Corey, yeah, Corey Haim clearly had demons. We know that they were giving drugs back then because that man was never right. Let's just be honest, was never right. But I think that he wants to talk about it, but he doesn't want to say it was him too, because men don't want to admit to being raped. I mean, let's just be honest. Men don't want, because he looking crazy too. And he was the stronger of the two. Let's just be honest. Watching them, especially when they had that show, the two Coreys and everything, clearly he was the stronger of the two. And he was more like the caretaker of the other Corey because they were really good friends and everything. And you could tell that he really wanted to save his friend back in the day. And yeah, I saw I was buffering. Okay, here I'm back. I saw I was buffering. No, I was buffering because I was not here. I was not here. I saw that. So I think it's his, like I was saying, it's like I think that he's just he's not ready to admit to some of the things that might have happened to him. And I think it's his way of giving his friend his voice that no one ever really listened to, and and making some coin off of it because he is charging for it, so he's making some coin off of it. But I think it's his way of giving voice to his friend who was very troubled throughout his whole entire life, and clearly came from the things that happened to them as young men when they were, really popular. Because, they were very, very popular in the late 80s, early 90s. And I think that's his way of setting him free. But I think he's still not ready to admit to some of the things that were done to him. At least that's my take on this. I just don't think he's willing to say that he was raped by a man. I don't think he's willing to say the things that actually happened to him as a young man, and the things that he did during that time, thinking that this was the thing to do. Because I'm sure there was some sort of consensual, but not really, things that might have occurred, and he's not willing to say that. Those are just my thoughts on it. So yeah. So what y'all think about it? Are y'all here? Let me just see. Is anybody here? Or am I just talking to myself? Let me just go in here. Oh, today is Kimber. It's the 11th, right? Okay, I gotta look at my calendar. I'm sorry, I was looking at my calendar. So I'm trying to see if you all are here, because sometimes this thing don't be working. Right, exactly. He's dancing around it. Really? Yeah, see, that's my thing, is I think he's going through more than he's willing to talk about. Because I think that because most of the time men don't really want to tell about what's happened to themselves. They just really don't. They don't want to say, this is what happened to me. So I think it's easier to say this is what happened to my friend, because everybody knows that he's oh really, I didn't know that. Um I'm looking. Listen, I got y'all open so I can see when I buffer. I'm trying to work on the buffering situation. Okay, so yeah, I think that's part of it. I think that he wants the story out, but he's just not ready to admit the things that have happened to him, because that is a space that men are very not. Yeah, right, exactly, right. Right. He says he's surrounded by he's talking about pedophiles and everything, but he really doesn't he says it's more about Corey. Now, let's just say this. Let's just remember who they were. I think part of the reason why he's saying it happened more to Corey, because the other Corey was, because of the two of them, the other Corey was the pretty one when they were young. Let's just be real. He was the pretty one. Corey Feldman was the kind of snarky, his persona. Right, exactly, Megan. So I think also he's able to, people, he's saying it more about Corey, because I'm sure there was more coming at Corey Haim than him, because he was the kind of like funny one, more personality, where the other Corey Haim was the pretty one, you know. Right, smart ass funny one, and was the cute one, exactly. Karen, I don't, you don't remember their movies and stuff, because they were very popular in the late 80s, early 90s. Of course, my favorite is Lost Boys with them, but they were very popular back then. And so it is like, interesting to hear about those things, especially after Hi Gemini. Girl, that's the movie. Um, Especially hearing about it, based on, we know that Corey Haim, the one that is deceased now, did have issues with drugs all his life. Now we do know that they was pumping drugs to them kids, because we remember Drew Barrymore had a drug problem back then. Remember, when she was really young, she had a serious drug problem, went to rehab and everything. We know that Robert Downey Jr. You know, we know that Robert Downey Jr. was young back then and had a serious drug problem back then. We know that they were pumping drugs at them a lot. We know that they, but that was big in the industry anyway, and they didn't care if you were young or not. Oh, you want some? Here, take some. So we do know that the drug use and the drug usage and the drug giving of him was very much right. Yes. So hi Tracy, how are you? So it's really interesting how he is approaching it, but and you know what? It is his story to tell, and I think that he's trying to put that out, at least get something out there about, to let that be known and get some coins because apparently, he might need the coinage, and he like if these motherfuckers make this money off of us, I'm gonna make some money. Um, I'm just saying. Okay, so that's my thoughts on that. So anything else about it? Because it's really it is. It's disturbing, but known, because let's be real, we kind of knew stuff like that was going on. The things that's coming out, like with Harvey Weinstein and all of them, it's just that we now live in a time where they can be prosecuted for it. Hi, Janelle. Let's just be honest. We know that stuff was because they used to call it the casting couch. So we know that sex was like a commodity back in the day, and recently. Sex has always been a commodity in the entertainment industry. It just really has. And the interesting thing is that, like, hey Joshua, we know that men aren't going to come forward with how much sex has been on how they use sex in the industry. The interesting thing about this is we see all these women coming forward, but we will never see hardly any of the men because, like Megan was saying, the stigmatization of a man coming forward and saying that is going to mean that so many men that are straight, hetero, ain't gonna come forward with what has actually happened within the industry to them also. Y'all know that's the truth, right? Y'all know that's the truth. So I have some lists, and y'all can help me with my list. What else was there was something else I wanted to talk about too. Let me think about that, because there was another subject in my head. I forgot to write that down. What I wanted to talk about too. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. So we'll talk about that in a second. But I want to talk about this. I have 3 lists here. So we're going to have for my next fragrance live, we might talk, we could talk a little fragrance while we're doing things, but I have 3 lists. Right. Yeah, we really do, because it is not anything against a man. If someone does something to you, it's not against you, and it doesn't make you anything if someone takes advantage of you. But in general, let's just hold on. Let me just say something about that. We have day fragrances, spring and summer fragrances under 50, and spring and summer fragrances over 50. I will be doing those 3 soon, so y'all can make a decision. I guess I'll put a poll up. Never mind. I'll put a poll up. But anyway, yes, toxic masculinity, but also this whole notion of complicity with young people, because everybody want to say that the young people in their teen years are complicit. They it was consensual. I need to recognize that whether a 14-year-old goes along with it, the grown ass motherfucker came at them. The grown ass motherfucker came at a child, and whether they did something, they are still, it is the adult's responsibility to have the adult response. It is not a child's play. I don't care, because let's listen. Teenage people will come at adults all the time. You know what I'm saying? There are some who will think, be flirtatious and everything, but it is up to the adults to say, not do that. So I don't care if they're 15 years old. I don't care if they're 16 years old. I don't care if they're 14 years old. If you as a grown ass motherfucker come at a child or go with the fact that these children are being flirtatious, not understanding, you know, then you need to be, yeah, the society needs to recognize what is going on, because they be like, oh, women were getting married at 13, 14 before. That wasn't right, y'all. Just because it was allowed didn't mean that was right. Just because it was allowed, it did not mean it was correct. you know yes, exactly. We were flirting with, and you know I had body, I had butt, I had hips and everything. I had all of that. And when a grown ass man, right, exactly, right. The teenage boys are big and strong, but also, you see, and that's the problem, is that this whole vibe that, that they can't be coerced, that they are strong and everything. No, they are still young, and they're, especially when you're talking about they're trying to, do something with their, they're in an industry and this is coming at them and everything. Come on now, and let's just be honest, parents were complicit in a lot of this, and we cannot, and we must not negate the parents' complicity also, because you ain't doing that to my child. I will fuck you up. Hi, Isaiah, you're new. I will fuck you up. But the things that were at stake means that parents turned a blind eye to things that were happening to their children. And they are wrong too. And so when all these conversations come up, we must put blame on the parents too, because they are complicit on many levels. But not only that, but someone also said this, also sometimes parents don't know what's going on because kids sneak out. But automatically, at the end of the day, the person who's done this is an evil, disgusting person, and they should be punished. And we should stop. But see, here's the other, and here's the other issue is, we so often blame victims for what happens to them. That is why even to this day it's hard to come forward. And because automatically you have, well, hello, I'm so sorry, hello. We automatically, we don't blame the person, the perpetrator. The victim has to take some blame in it too, in order, and I don't quite understand this mentality. In order for us to feel okay with it, we must find some blame for the victim. They're a motherfucking victim. They are a motherfucking victim. They didn't ask for this to happen to them. They didn't ask for someone to do this to them. You know what I'm saying? It is like we must take some blame off of. I think part of the reason why is just because people don't want to admit people are savages and they are disgusting and things like that. So we must find some way to, soften the blow or something. I don't get it, because you are a disgusting creep to me. You are a disgusting creep to me. I mean, let's be honest. Anybody who has had something like this happen to them, they have had, the first thing they have to do is justify it, or vindicate themselves and their, because there's always this belief there's some complicity in it, which is the most disgusting, grievous thing people do. No, I don't care who it, no. Mm-mm. There's always this belief that they must have done something. You know what? No one asked to be raped. or taken advantage of. And if someone does, that's on them because they did it. They chose to do this to the person. They chose to do this to someone, you know. What is no? Her daughters are, let me tell you. Right, exactly. It's like no matter what, you don't have the right. And we always giving men the easy way out. And I'm not saying men, women, whatever. We're always giving these people the easy way out, you know, and say, just like I have an issue with women getting off on doing things to young men, like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's, you know, that Mrs. Robinson bullshit, you know, oh, a woman, an older woman teaching a young man, she's still a pedophile. Because I work around young men and I don't look at them like, oh, hey daddy, I want to teach you something. I look at them as children, and they're children to me. And because you would not believe how many, lot you just don't hear about it now, and they are you know, but the problem is like when you hear about stuff like what happened to this chick, she was doing what, I don't care how we you know. And the problem with that is that sends the wrong message, because it's okay for women to do it, but if a man does it, that's why young men don't want to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, ha 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 ha, he got that old woman coming after him. But on the flip side, if a man does that to him, they don't want to tell, because then, you know, then they're going to be, you know, accused and everything. Yeah. You know, it's like it's a mess. It's a mess. And until that narrative is changed, this will continue to happen. Until that narrative goes away, then I feel for the young men who are hurt, because they are being hurt in silence. There are so many young men that have been touched, that have been molested, that are more silent than the young women, because the shame that comes for them is tenfold. The shame that we as women already got to deal with the shame. So imagine how it feels for a young man who can't come forward because he is going to be accused himself and then labeled himself because of some disgusting ass motherfucker has taken something away from them. That's where the problem comes in. Okay. Am I off my soapbox yet? Right. Yeah. It's socially acceptable for women to come forward. Now, don't get me wrong, we still can get shamed, very much so. We still can feel the shame, but the shame is even harder on a man, and that's what makes it so sad for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it so sad for so many men, because they have not been able to come forward and face their accusers, and their accusers are getting away with it because they know that no one's going to tell on that the you know that they're not going to be told on as much because of the shame that comes with it from a young man, especially if he's a teenager, especially if he's a teenager. And that's what's really, bad, really bad, you know. So I I am glad these things are coming out, and I hope that the narrative, and I hope the conversations about these things start to change, because it needs to, on both sides, for both genders. It needs to change. It just does. And especially for men, it needs to change. The shame of it needs to stop. Okay. So that's my thoughts. You know, that's, you know, we could, boy, late nights really go in their own direction, don't they? So now that I am a beauty channel, let's talk about what we saw in Financial Times. I need to look that up. Let me look that up right quick. Yeah, you never know where these things is going. You just be honest. You never know how in what direction this baby will go. Um, so there is a let me find this. Let me find this. Oh, romantic. I gotta keep that. Okay, I can do this. Hold on. Let me see if I can Financial Times. Cause I hate to use thank you. I'm looking up. I want to look up this article. Okay, so here's what's come up. This is what's in the Financial Times. All right. And so now let me say this. It says bubble burst for US makeup market. Sales down as cake face falls out of fashion and product fatigue sets in. Being an advertising campaign for her new skincare line, she chided staff for airbrushing her to perfection. You took away my zits, put them back, she recounted in a recent Instagram video. I want photos to be real as possible. Few have had their finger on the pulse of the U.S. beauty market like Ms. Catan, who over the past 7 years has built a makeup business valued at more than $1 billion by championing a heavily made up look she dubbed cake face. That the 36-year-old has now moved into skincare reflects concerns about how the once booming U.S. beauty market, the world's largest, has gone into reverse. High-end makeup sales fell 7% to $7.6 billion last year, contracting for the first time in a decade. The market research firm tracks department stores and specialty retailers such as Sephora and Ulta Beauty, but not mass market outlets such as Target. In contrast, U.S. skincare sales rose by 5% to $5.9 billion, outpacing makeup for the third year in a row. This dynamic is already having repercussions for everyone from the sector's biggest players, L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, and Coty, to newer independent brands such as Anastasia Beverly Hills and ColourPop Cosmetics. Ulta Beauty, a U.S. chain of beauty stores, lost almost a third of its market value in a single day last August after it issued a profit warning and predicted continued weak demand for makeup. Industry executives said that a shakeout is looming that will cull so-called indie brands and challenge established companies. Players are scrambling to adapt to an environment where the latest face mask is more coveted than a new eyeshadow palette. In the boom years, everyone was winning in makeup, but now you're likely to see a gap open between the winners and losers. We're going to see which of the new independent brands have long-term sustainability and which end up being fads. Sephora is unlikely to add as many new makeup brands as in the past. If the category isn't growing, then we will have to be more discerning than before. While Sephora is pressing on with plans to open up to 100 stores in the U.S. this year, skincare and hair care products rather than makeup will get more of the prominent display space near the front of the store. As the U.S. stutters, cosmetic sales have been growing at a double-digit rate in much of Asia in recent years, while Europe has been flat to slightly up. Several reasons explain the U.S. makeup slowdown. Industry executives and analysts said they range from aesthetic considerations to the typical cyclical swing between skincare and makeup. Hello, goodbye, it's the cycle. Many think fatigue has set in among women who simply bought too many products. Can I get a hand? Can I get a hand for the people who can honestly say that? Okay, can we say that we do have a little fatigue? One thing is clear: the foundation heavy look is no longer in vogue. The contouring technique, which involves applying several shades of products to parts of the face to subtly enhance certain features, has been replaced by a more natural look. Brought to the market by influencers such as Kim Kardashian, contouring spawned a cottage industry of makeup tutorials on YouTube and Instagram, which underpinned sales during the boom. Right? The change was reflected in the rise of the Visco Girl, a teenage fashion trend that went viral last year. Named after the photo editing app Visco and known for a relaxed and natural look, Visco Girls favor lip gloss and facial sprays, a marked contrast to the high maintenance Kardashian aesthetic. So women are increasingly shifting their spending from makeup to skincare products such as face masks and serums, or opting for hybrid products such as tinted moisturizers that blur the lines between the categories. That dynamic has helped the big companies such as L'Oreal and Estee Lauder, which also have strong skincare offerings, weathered the downturn in makeup, but it has left many independent cosmetic brands rushing to launch skincare lines like Kylie Jenner's brand last year. So, so, so they said L'Oreal, NYX, and Urban Decay were emblematic. So so let's just talk about that. We were saying that last year, and of course, the interesting thing is, we're gonna talk about one person. The person who I saw this on was Makeup Craze. Her Instagram account. She put this out there because a lot of times she talks about, don't spend that much money, but she is such a dichotomy of bullshit. Because on one hand, you're saying that people shouldn't spend this money. You shouldn't do this. Be more mindful of your money, but you're still promoting brands because you're trying to be seen. Like, for instance, she was going on, get this, about a brush holder that Sonia G came out with today that was $185 for a piece of wood, y'all. $185. So you cannot say on one hand that people are getting tired, this is looking different, but on the other flip side, you then say, oh, this is so beautiful, this is so wonderful, she's doing an $185 brush holder. You want me to show it to you? Let me show it to you. Let's go to Beautylish right quick. Let's go to Beautylish right quick. Let me get us to Beautylish so y'all can see this thing. What's up with my internet? Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Sonia G brush holder right here on the front page. Now, let me just show. And the damn thing is sold out. Of course it is. Because now, of course, this damn thing is $185. Now, first off, it's cute for the little Sonia G. That's all you can put in it, because this, I would need like 17 of these little bitty ass things for all of my brushes. But I guess the people who have, because it was made by an artisan. Let me give you from sturdy walnut wood. This brush organizer features sliding dividers so you can customize how you store your tools. Sonia G worked closely with a talented artisan in Japan to bring her vision of a compact, functional, and elegant brush holder to life. Listen to this though. How to use. To adjust the compartments, gently slide the shorter dividers along the long middle divider. Keep them parallel. Hold on, listen to this. Keep them parallel to the end of the brush holder as you move them. We recommend being very careful when moving the dividers to avoid damage. Because wood is a natural material, we recommend keeping your brush holder in a cool, dry place away from heat and moisture. If your brush holder gets wet, wipe it with. So let me get together. So not only so if I want to adjust it, I must be careful because I could damage it. For $185, I should think about how I want it, and then it should work. I should think, you know what, this isn't right, and it should just go, you're right, and it should just adjust. As I put them in, it should adjust. It should have, right, and it should be sturdy. So the adjustment. So if I move it along, I best to be careful with it. I better be careful with it. Are you insane? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not gonna happen. Hey, Kelly. So no, that's not happening. But let's just talk about, right. Hello, Melissa. Hello. So let's talk about the makeup fatigue. Let's get back to the thing. Didn't we, right? Didn't we? I could go on Amazon and have three pretty little pink bookcases in my room. Um, so which reminds me, I gotta try them out. So let's just discuss this little thing going on, right? Girl, let's just discuss this little thing. Now, we knew that fatigue was going to start. I can honestly say I have makeup fatigue. I am not that interested in spending my money on things than I was like, a while ago when it was like, oh my God, something new is coming, and it interests me. It piques my interest. But because, and the reason being is because they haven't given us a break on the releases. The makeup industry was going off of, ooh, people are buying, ooh, people are buying, and they lost their damn mind and didn't pace it in order to make it sustainable. But like they said, what's going to happen is, and everybody was throwing in, we was talking about that wood box. Everybody was throwing in. Let's just have a like ColourPop. ColourPop, ColourPop is the poster child of fast makeup, and then ABH got into it, and all these companies keep coming out with bullshit. Like for instance, let's talk NARS. If NARS come out with one more orgasm collection, it's ridiculous. So now here's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, like there's a few things that I could want. It's not freezing on my end. I can still see it. There's a few things that I want, but it's not to the point, but I can do without it. Hey, listen, y'all know I got about 200. I have more than enough now, right? But everything is orgasm. Could y'all girl, yes. All we need is a good woodshop class. They ain't got woodshop like they used to, but all you need is a good woodshop class and they can make them damn things. But it's like, I get it, and we knew this was coming. This had to happen because of the amount, the huge amount of makeup that was coming out, that eventually we were going to get tired of it. And we are the largest market for makeup. So we knew we were going to get tired of it. Now, the interesting thing is, as this goes on, let's not look at how they're moving. And yes, they are going to get into skincare, but I'm sorry, let's just not deal with the ones who are just, let's throw some skincare out there because we're not selling makeup. Like I said, product lines that already have skincare out there, I can rock with you because you already were there for me. You were there for me. And it is important we take care of our skin because so often, yeah, but so often, companies jump on this bandwagon and they really aren't making good quality skincare products. They just they're like, oh shit, we gotta adjust. And I get it, you need to adjust, but let's be more pragmatic about that too. Yeah, and perfume is, hot. And you listen, real talk, YouTube beauty videos are down, and you're going to see more. Okay, I want to see the new Menagerie. There are certain things that I'm still going to purchase. Menagerie come out with a cute one. I'm there for them. But what we're also going to see is we're going to see the death of a lot of indie companies because they were in on the boom and people were liking them, but it's slowing down. So they have to be ready to adjust also. That's the thing. The indie companies are going to have to adjust. And I think the ones that will survive this to a certain extent are companies that have never pushed out product to that extent because people are okay with them. Like for instance, I hope Menagerie, I hope Color Rain makes it through. And I think those companies will. For one thing, Color Rain comes out like a normal company. They come out with new collections here and there. Menagerie comes out with theirs here and there. But what's going to happen is those ones that were fly-by-nights that really weren't that great are going to fall off because people aren't going to buy from them because now we're tired. So now we are going to go to the companies that we like. We're going to buy from the companies that we like now. The ones that have gotten us, like Menagerie. I'm going to buy from Menagerie. I'll just do it just to support them and be like, oh yeah, they got something, coming out. Kaleidos. I like their their eyeshadows. I'll probably still continue to buy them. I hope that those companies are able to survive. But I'm gonna tell you who's going to. We gonna have to see a downtrend on ColourPop. ColourPop is going to have to slow down soon because I can't imagine that they're making the money they were. So Kaleido should. I would love to see. I'm willing. I see something come out. I'm like, okay, let me get this. Right? Yes, they keep. Hello, goodbye. ABH needs to slow down and come out in regular intervals like that. I'm so over ColourPop. I mean, real talk. I even looked at, let me tell you something, for my birthday wish list, I was like, do I really want the Huda pastels, or do I want, I know they're doing something with Mulan. Do I really want those, or do I want to get the ColourPop ones? And then I went and looked at the ColourPop ones and I was like, unless they on sale, I ain't getting them. And that, because I'm just over ColourPop. Whenever I see ColourPop shit come out, I'm like, yeah, watch them. I'm gonna swatch them. And then, while we sitting here, I should see how many pastels I actually have. Do I really need some more pastels in my life? We could do that too while we're sitting here talking about the bubble bursting. And like, now there are some things I want. I saw somebody coming out with blush, and the blushes from, I'm finally gonna get my Cover FX blushes, right? Right? They always coming out with something, and that's where this matte is coming from, because there's so much that has been launched. It's like, what's going on? What? I haven't even looked at BH in so long. I have not bought from BH in almost a year. Yeah, the last time I bought from BH was around March. I don't have any of them, and I'm getting them. I'm getting them because they're gonna be half price. Yes, I'm getting all the Cover FX blushes that I want. All of them. All of them. I'm clearing out my Afterpays just so I can have money for the 21 days of beauty for the shit I want. Paying them all off. Every last one. I'm gonna be so proud of myself. And then I'm gonna stack them up again, but they're gonna be small stacks. Small this, small that, small that. I gotta take care of DJ too. Yeah, I don't want the bright, I don't want the lightest one. See, I don't want the super dark one. I don't want the darkest one. I want the mid-tone ones. But I don't want them bright as the lightest ones, because they're not gonna show up on me. So I know that already. But anyway, let's just talk about that. So yeah, it's like, so what you're gonna see, so what you're about to see, and let's just talk about it. You are going to see such a shift in the beauty community on YouTube. Just know this. You are going to see such a shift. So be prepared, because let's be honest, I don't really watch beauty videos. I don't care about what's coming out new, and I'm a beauty person. They're gonna shove skincare down our throats. So that's why I'm saying, let's not jump on board with that and force them to be better, to actually do real R&D, actually do something, that makes sense. So yeah, a lot of, and let me say this, like they were saying, L'Oreal, Lancome, all these other companies, Estee Lauder, have always had skincare. There's all kinds of skincare out there. What you're gonna see now is you're gonna see more indie skincare companies come out. So it's now the time, and I hope they don't try to do this, because skincare, right. Right, right, right. Not getting the right, Tati. So, so this is what's happening. So skincare is more in, and let me be real. I'm not even buying a lot of skincare, because my skincare. We know I buy a lot of skincare. My skincare has gotten out of control, and I'm trying to use up more of mine. I am gonna do there's a few more things that I want to go over, some nice skincare that I've used. It's kind of inexpensive. So I am going to do like a more inexpensive skincare night. We will have one of those, especially with a lot of K stuff. But there's a few more K products I want to try before I do it. But, it's like that's the issue, So, but what you're going to see is so many, you're going to see, here's what you're going to see on the beauty YouTuber side. You're going to see people who have never been into skincare, didn't give a fuck about their skin. They're going to start switching to skincare. I promise you. They are going to start switching to skincare. And now they're going to act like they've loved skincare for so long. I promise you, that's what you're going to see a lot of. A lot of skincare. Just be prepared for that. You're going to see, a lot more, you're going to see a lot of people doing, trying to do more lifestyle things. So be prepared for that. You're going to hear a lot about, you saw the wine fest. When we talk about the wine fest that has started, about how the views are down and I don't know what to do. And I don't, because, so the quick ones, did he see? I'm getting that peach and lily glass serum because I still haven't gotten it, but I'm getting it this time. I am getting it this time. I want to try it. It's coming this way. It's coming this way. It's coming this way. So I am oh, it's coming. Right. And we have these moments and we talk about it. Well, y'all know I'm stocking up on my Lancome because I love Lancome Genifique. This shit is awesome. I'm telling y'all, try it for $52 for two of them. Just going to get them. The small ones, just going to get them. Just going. You'll have it for a while. You'll appreciate it. We'll talk about it. And like I said, I am going to use up some of my foundations before I buy anymore. And then, and then the other thing, and this Wench has been saying, the cake face and everything. And yes, we don't need all those things. Yes, there are going to be a lot of sales. Now that is so true because they got to make that money. Because what happens is they're still going to make money. They just ain't going projected money off of the idiots who buying it full price. So yeah, we must take advantage of this for the things that we do want. Because watch, you're gonna see more friends and family sales. You're going to see more sales. And now watch what's about to happen. Ulta is going to eat Sephora up. And the reason why Ulta is going to eat Sephora up is because they're willing to do sales. Sephora want to do that little bullshit that they do. Whereas Ulta will give you a for real sale. They will do whatever. Ulta gonna take a hit on profits, but ultimately they're still going to survive. One of the reasons why they're going to survive is because, and I don't understand how Sephora's gonna say they're gonna open 100 stores. That just sounds stupid. They're going to survive, but because of the fact that they are willing to adjust and do what it takes. So they're willing to put shit on sale. They're willing to give you multipliers of points to get it, I've never seen the TikTok thing. So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, it's just we're gonna see that change. That sea change is coming. So watch all the people. Now here, I'm going to give y'all a list of people who rarely talk about skincare, but all of a sudden going to be skincare people and the smaller ones. Mel is going to have to change up. Mel is going to change it. We're going to see a lot more skincare on her channel. We're going to see a lot of these people who have been heavily makeup people. We're going to see them all of a sudden they care about their skin. Barely talked about their skin, barely said anything about skincare products, barely cared about it. They just tell you how to put some more makeup on. We gonna see them talking about skincare. You heard it here. Watch. You're gonna hear more people. You're gonna see more things about you're gonna see more about clothing. You're gonna see more style things. You're gonna see more things because the beauty community, these people who've been making it, they're gonna have to try to adjust because the views are down. Yes, right. We're gonna see more simple looks. We are gonna see them baking their faces. We're not gonna see all the baking. We're gonna see them trying to clean up this look and become more natural. That's what's coming. I still like my face on when I want it, so we will still have, and let's be honest, it kind of needed to happen for a while because contouring was getting tired anyway. I mean, real talk. I mean, I throw in a little bronzer, but I ain't sitting up there like I got to put on contour, I got to put on bronzer, I got to put. No, you can make this happen, and that's real look. That's the real life thing, and but it will still be there because young people want to see that. Let's just be honest. The younger people want to see that. And they're the ones who consume YouTube at a very high rate. The thing is that once they start getting bored, that's where most of their real views were coming from. So now they are going to have to adjust. And you see some of them talking about skincare. So now, but they really need to really talk about skincare. So we're gonna see that. We're gonna see a lot of meals. We're gonna see a lot of people talking about food more so than ever. Not that I'm not about to talk about food. Whoo, yes, and baking it forever. She's gonna have to adjust. And we're gonna see the adjusting of, and let's just be real, like things like bloodlust did not sell out. Let's just talk about that. I think that the Shane and J Star palette was the last that we're gonna see of that huge sellout of things like that. I think that's the last time we're gonna see it happen like that. Watch, cause he's even trying to come with more stuff, and he's going to right SK2 and right. Oh yeah, um affordable is coming. Right. Because he said he coming out with something else. But I think we're gonna see more affordable. But I don't even think that no, you're gonna see skincare on all levels. You're gonna see from affordable to luxury. That's gonna be the new thing that a lot of them are gonna be talking about. If they get into skincare, you're gonna see the whole lineup. But now you're gonna see more skincare videos about masking and everything like that. Um, but here's but other people, so I'm just putting it out there. So it's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see how, right, you gotta have that strivectin eye cream. It's going to be interesting to see how people actually act and how they actually adjust. And it's going to be interesting to see how these companies adjust, because some of them are, I predict some of them are going to like slowly this they're going to be on the serious decline. So that's why Kat Von D did not help herself, and that's why people are going to be, yeah, you're going to have the dupes, the affordable dupes, better skincare. You don't have to spend as much for good skincare. You're going to see all of that come up. You're going to see so much, which I think is good, because then it's going to force more creativity and more content, as opposed to just doing the regular shit. Oh, okay, my God, there's a new palette come out, let me snatch it, let me put it, let me do this. Be not really shopping. I'm not decluttering. More people big. You're going to see more minimalism majority. You're going to see more minimalism coming up. So that's going to be some, oh, it's about that time. It's about that time. We're going to see more minimalism coming up. You're going to see more people trying to be minimalist. And see how that works out. Because she was on the has been boring now. With her, which is kind of like, what happened to this? Let me go back on there. How did I get off? Okay, so what's going on? Am I back up? Because I'm seeing, whoa, I'm buffering. Shit. I, okay, I'm back now. Okay, because I think I'm back. I'm back up looking at myself. Okay, so I had to switch back and forth between Wi-Fi and data to make it happen for y'all. To make it happen. To make it happen. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so I have to do this so I can see myself. I can see myself. Yeah, so I can see myself. Okay, so yeah, we're going to see a lot of minimalism. We're going to see people trying to be minimalist and talking about, we're going to see the bigger ones talking about how they need, they're not purchasing as much, and, they're just tired and bored. And I mean, that's been coming. That really has. But it's going to be more prevalent. But now what they're going to have to figure out is what type of content, because everybody's talking about how bored they are, but they're still coming with the same content types. So it's like, if you are bored with these things and you're doing this, then come better with your content. If you're saying you're bored with the makeup and stuff, then come better with the content that you're coming with. Come and show us some things to do with all the stuff that you've bought. Come and show these type of things. Don't just do a basic declutter because declutters are in, but then talk about what you're doing. Do some things with the things you have. Show how you've done it, because like, I even said, and I really haven't bought a lot, but I said, okay, I might have to declutter a few more lip products, because I'm probably not. Who am I lying? I'm probably not, because I really haven't bought that many. How are you, Bonafide? Yes, everything is well, thank you. How are you? There's going to be a lot of that, but people need to be realistic and talk about it from a realistic standpoint. Like, okay, what am I doing now with all this? Everybody's is going to get fearful and jump ship and do all these things, and try to adjust, but not really do it in a very honest way. See, I adjust because I'm bored. I just got bored and I found another rabbit hole, and I'll probably find another rabbit hole to play with too. So I am willing to say that I am not just a beauty channel anymore. I've always said that, I'm going to be the channel that I am. So I think that we're going to see more of that, but they have to not jump on a trend and just be who they are, and just figure out a way to have beauty and do whatever they're going to do. And, because we have been told as YouTubers, you have to have a niche. You have to be in this niche because that's how people are going to watch you and everything else. When actually now YouTube is TV. So we now have to, as YouTubers, adjust how we look at our channel and make it work the way we want to, and just find places that make us happy, show things that we like, and then you'll find how to sustain it. I'm in the same spot, because my views are down, things like that. And so it just is what it is. And, you got to keep it moving and see what happens. So that's all. That's all. So speaking of things, pastels are in. I thought I should look and see what pastels I have. Pastel eyeshadow is in this season, but I was thinking, okay, have you ever had this moment when you started like purchasing things like on Amazon, and the outer boxes just get out of control and you haven't broke them down and everything, you know? Yeah, exactly. We get bored with series, because I can say that with all honesty. I can watch a TV series and get bored with it after a while. So, okay, so that is what has happened to me. The Amazon boxes have caught up with me, and I have this box thing going on. Juicy's not a box person. Porch was a box person, was a box cat. Juicy is not a box cat. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the smaller ones for the cat, the little kittens. So I'm gonna keep some around for them to play in until they're gone. But there's a runt in the litter. I'm trying to make sure this little baby gets her food. No, I'm sure I understand that. I've had kittens in my house. They will play in the boxes. I'm just saying Juicy is not that cat. Hey, get off my wall. You going outside? You need me to let you out? Hold on, I gotta let Juicy out. She got out. I can tell she's nursing because they draining her. She looking kind of thin, y'all. She ain't as juicy as she used to be. She ain't as juicy as she used to be. Okay, so let's see what pastels I have. Let's go through some of this stuff. I don't know what the hell a dwarf kitten is, but I just think she ain't eating enough. Let me move some stuff around. Let me see, can I find some stuff? Okay. Whoa, oh my goodness, I got that rolling back. Right, and see, I get bored with series, and I can watch, like, I can make it through like 2, maybe 3 seasons, and then it'd be like, okay, I'm bored with y'all now. I can't watch y'all no more. And then I might come back to it like on Netflix or something years later, but or I can watch a series on Netflix. This is the thing for real. I can watch a series on Netflix usually because I can just run through it. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, can we find some pastels in here? I don't know, y'all. Let's see. Do I have any pastels? I don't know. I don't even know if I got that many pastels. Let's see what we got up in here. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's take one of my favorites, the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival. No real I do 2. That's Netflix has spoiled me because I couldn't the whole. Okay, so that one doesn't. This one is more of a. This got like what? This is Take Me to Tokyo, which makes sense because this is very Tokyo inspired. So it's got that Tokyo vibe. These are not really pastel-y, but am I really gonna wear a lot of pastels? Let me tell y'all something. Let's be honest. People gonna wear pastels in the spring. After that thing, they ain't wearing that stuff. Let's just be honest. No, this isn't. This is the kitten, the cashmere kitten. Let's see what I got up in here. Orangey Glad. Nah. We got that. Sweet Talk. Sweet Talk is peachy. Now this is gonna be springtime again though. If this isn't, I never bought the lilac palette. Never bought the lilac palette at all. I never bought, because remember by then I was bored with ColourPop. I haven't bought anything from ColourPop since Orangey Glad. That's the last palette that I have bought from there. I have not bought from ColourPop in about at least 6 months. It's been close to 6 months. Oh no, it might be 6 months. I think the last time I bought from them was in early August. Yeah, maybe early August. So I haven't bought from them in, yeah, about 6 months. Okay, so let me look at my big palettes. Let me see. Yeah, see, the Love palette doesn't really have pastels. But let me tell you, let's see what we have over here in this basket. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, so of course I have this one. This is one, which is this palette, which is this one right here, which is super pastel. This is that Lorac one, the Ladies Who Brunch. This and I like it. Okay. So I definitely have this one. This is like ultra pastels too. This is like ultra. This needs a white base. Girl, you better go on and get that. Yes, the Juvia's Deuce is sort of pastel. You are right. That has some pastel leanings. This is the Lemonade palette. It's too bright. But let me see what else I got in here. Let's see what we have in here. No, that's not. Then of course I have Creepy Cute, which is right here. The Creepy Cute palette. And let me say, they're not that intense. That sorry, you need a white base. If you have darker skin, deeper skin complexion, you're still gonna need a white. You're gonna have to do a lighter base so you can get some real stuff coming out. This is Miracle. This is more vibrant pinks, but I like this palette. She's so pretty. So there we go. To be quite honest, I think from a standpoint of doing your makeup, pastels are going to be cute for a hot minute, but people really aren't going to be doing really pastel looks, even though we're going to see a lot of pastel look coming out. But I think more of the peachy, more peachy, more natural looking things are going to be in. So the peaches, warm tones are going to be in again. Things like that will be pretty popular. Oh, what's this? Nope. The Smashbox got a little pastels in it. This one does. Where's my big palette? Okay, this thing just be rolling on me. I'm looking for a palette that should be here. Like the soft glams are going to be in. The soft glams are going to be really hot. Well, cool tones have been coming out since last year. The real soft glam looks are going to be super hot. I'm looking for something. Where are all my Juvia's placed? Oh, I threw them all down here. Hold up, I'm looking for something. I'm missing a palette, y'all. My Lorac Pro 4 is missing. Let me look at something else. Let me look at these. Let me look at these two. What Tara has what? Right. Yeah, they always put those on sale. Now, of course, to give it to me straight. I don't have Immortalis yet. I'm going to get it. Give it to me straight. These type of things will be very in because like this is like very soft glamish, very pretty soft glamish. So softer. You're going to see a lot softer makeup looks coming out. That's all that you're going to be seeing. It's very soft, very almost very ethereal looks. Hi, Londa. You're going to see a lot of ethereal looks and things like that. That's what's going to be in more. Let me see what's here. These are my menagerie singles right there. And then I need to use these damn things. These are my ColourPop. Now see, like here, these will be in, these are very kind of low-key pastel-y. So maybe I should pull this one out. These are my ColourPop ones. I have those. And then this is my deeper ones. Oh, this is my deeper ones. So ooh, these are beautiful. I do want to finish up getting my ColourPop singles and really start playing with them and getting a smaller palette so I can create. Yeah, this is all ColourPop, and creating some smaller palettes with them to use because these I might have to go and finish up my ColourPops because I do like. What are we doing tonight? Well, we were talking about all kinds of stuff and that's going on. We talked about the Corey's video. We talked about that. Now we're talking about trends in beauty, and because we were talking about how the US market is down, Londa, how people aren't spending that money, that coin right now, and how channels are going to have to adjust because this is just it's not as popular. But yeah, this is a pretty little soft glammy. So soft glam is definitely in. I'm gonna have to pull her out again. Are they? Stop talking to me. I got a couple of coins. So yeah, I like this one. This is really pretty. Hmm. So give it to me straight. This is really cute. So I might do another one of those. And see, yeah, I need some small palettes, like something so that I can do like more, just putting together palettes with the stuff that I have, that'll make it more interesting to do. And um, I cannot find this palette though, y'all. Oh, that's interesting. Hmm. So I think we will see more interesting takes on makeup. What the hell? Get this off my floor. I'm back. Okay, yes. See, I need some singles. Yes, exactly. So now we're going. Ooh, okay, let me go check that out. I might have to get some because I do want to finish up the singles and then play with the singles. Because honestly, I don't think I want any more ColourPop palettes. I just don't. I don't want any more of their ColourPop palettes because it's like they're, like we said, they're recycling the colors. So I have enough of their stuff. So yeah, I could go without. I still want, so there's like right now, honestly, this is it. Let's just be honest. I'm looking at the Huda ones because they're pastel, they're cute. Okay, I might look at those. And then I still want the Violet Voss one. I want that. I'm waiting for Menagerie to see what they come out with. If Color Rain comes out with something, I will probably buy it. But the oh my god, I gotta be on top. I don't care no more. I got enough. I have enough to play with, and I do need to play more. So we will have some more. We might have late night makeup sessions where I just put on the makeup and we play in some again because I have not been doing my makeup sessions. I was really out of it, y'all. I really was, and I apologize because there's no. It just really should have been so much that should have been done. So much that should have been done. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So yeah, we're seeing more soft looks. We're gonna see a lot more soft looks. We're gonna see a lot more blurred out eye looks. We're gonna see less structured eye looks. We're gonna just see, doing just really pretty soft looks. So now look, I gotta get into pretty soft looks again. And that's kind of where it's like, but we do have enough to play with that we can do so much with. And I think that is what is going to help now for beauty because so many people have so much makeup that looking at somebody play with it in a different way will make it more interesting. Think about it, because if everybody's smart, they will get off of high indecence. They will get off of trying to purchase the brand new stuff because ain't nobody really coming for it. Don't nobody really care about it. But now I think doing things with what you have is going to be more prevalent because now people do want to see that. And panning is going to still be big and it's going to get bigger. Panning is going to get bigger because now more people are going to try to pan things. Hell, I'm trying to pan some stuff. I'm just trying because I need to get rid of some foundations, and I am going to clear out my foundations of the ones that I'm just not going to wear. I'm going to see if my little cousin wants some, right, combining different palettes, things like that. Just doing something more interesting is going to be that's going to be the new thing, as it should, because it shouldn't always be about spending all your cash. Mm-hmm. Yep, panning, the project panners. I got rid of some stuff. You're gonna see a lot more of that. But I think it should be less about buying every new thing and actually saying, hey, this is how you do it. Because I mean, think about it. There are channels where you see them talk about something, you never see that shit come back again. You never ever see it come back again. Ever. 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 Never ever see it come back again. So those are the ones that will have to adjust accordingly because there's too many channels that are based on consumption. They're based on the consumption and the consumption and the consumption. I'm gonna say it's gonna take about 2 years. That's what it's going to take, about 2 years. 2020, they're still adjusting. By 2021, we're going to see a slowdown on it. We're going to start seeing a slowdown now this year, but by 2021, we're going to see a serious slowdown. And we're going to see some stuff. Sephora will have to make some changes because Sephora has ridden high on their prestige value and people don't care about that anymore. Less people aren't concerned about the prestige of Sephora. And if you're smart, you will get a hold of some of those brands and get on their sites because they do better sales than Sephora. So people are becoming the consumers are becoming more conscious of those things. Whereas it was all about running to Sephora. Now we're going to run to Sephora, swatch some shit, and go order it offline. And so Sephora, right. Yep, and right. And Ulta is actually coming for them because they get those exclusive contracts are up. So, and we're more willing to spend our money with Ulta because there's more value for our money. They put things on sale more, we get deeper discounts, and the point system makes it very good for us because a lot of people see the thing about Ulta that works for them is, yes, there are people like us who understand the point system and work it like $2 hoes, but there are enough people that do not work it well and don't understand it, so it works. So there's the high consumers like us who spend a lot of coin and understand how to work the system. And then there's the people who don't know how to work the system who still help them out because they'll take them and say, oh, I got $10. Yeah, let me go and do that. And then there's us who will hold on to them bitches like a $2 and work it like a $2 hoe. So those are the differences, which helps sustain Ulta because they have they need the heavy shoppers like us, the heavy consumers to come in, but they also need the ones who aren't heavy consumers but want some of those things from Ulta, from Sephora, and want to go to Ulta for. So Ulta, by doing that, they are going to shift a lot of people from Sephora. And every time Sephora comes out with something that they're doing, like supposedly doing, it's not good for like now we're hearing they're not going to be doing fragrance samples like they used to. I don't know if it's still going to be on the beauty side, but I do know that they're saying they're not going to be giving out fragrance samples like they used to. So they're not going to be taking the testers and giving you a sample to take home. I have heard that is true. So that means that's one less thing they're giving us. Now they're trying to do the point system, and they made it so abysmal. 500 points for $10 or some crazy shit like that. Why would I do that with you when I could When I can, with 1,000 points, I get $50 from Ulta. 2,000, I got 125. Every time they do something, it's just really trashy. But it also, as far as I'm concerned, yeah. But right, well, but they aren't the only ones in the game. They're not. They were right. Sephora was the place to go, but now people look at how they shop and are not willing to do that. I mean, if I'm gonna go high end, I might as well just go to Nordstrom's, use my card, get my Nordy bucks. Oh, I got some Nordy bucks too. Right, we have more options. So I don't understand how they're an LVMH company. LVMH, usually be on top of their shit. It don't make no sense. It really don't. Okay, I'm trying to put these back. What's back here? Oh, there's the juice. What is that back there? What's this? Oh, I'm like, what is this back here, y'all? I don't even see what I'm saying. This is what happens in life. Here's the deuce. Yeah, right. Oh, honey, it used to be a status thing, to have your little Sephora bag. I don't care about that damn Sephora bag. I. Only go in Sephora if I can't. So yes, the deuce is not really pastel though, if you think about it. The deuce is more toned down, but this really isn't a pastel palette either, if you think about it. The only thing pastel in here could be this. The rest of this shit is vibrant as hell. I'm pulling this out, Karen, like you said. No, it's not. It ain't. It ain't. Right, it has a pop of pastel. I'll be honest, I like this. I think that, I still like me a nice little colorful look, though. I'm still rocking a fucking colorful look. Kiss my ass. I think also part of what's going to happen is we're going to have more just doing what you want to do. And I think that's what makeup should have been anyway. I think that, the whole trendy stuff and trying to, keep up with the trends should be about wearing what makes you feel good and what looks good on you. It should always be that. I think, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think it should always be what looks good on you and what you like. Hey, okay, I got 114 people in here. I need people to say hello. And can I get some more likes? Can we just, on your way out, that's all you got to do. You ain't got to do it right now, but got to do it. Right. Yes, I love a colorful look. Listen, I'm going to bust out in the summertime. I'm wearing some colorful ass eyeshadow. I am. And I got to say, this is honestly one of my favorites now is this Warrior. What's this, the Warrior 3? I love this palette. I think this blue right here is just killer, 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 killer. And actually, I think these are beautiful too. I think they're, yeah, and I think that's what it has to be. It has to be do what you want. Look the way you want. If I'm wearing like this beautiful blue outfit or beautiful something, I want to have this monochromatic blue eye, I'm going to have a monochromatic blue eye. Why? Because I love blue eyeshadow. And I got lots of it. And yes, there will always be trends in beauty. Right. I like the trends in beauty, but I'm still going to. Vicky! Hello, it's been a while. I'm still going to wear what I want to wear. Hey, it's behind. I just noticed I'm a little bit behind on here because I'm looking on here and I'm like, hey, I'm a little bit behind what I'm saying right here. Interesting. There is a delay. Good to know. Good to know there is a delay. What's this? I'm looking at something right here. So yeah, there will be of course there will always be trends and they're good to see. Like right now, the trend is pastels. Am I going to buy a bunch of see, the difference is there was a time when pastels were coming in and everybody would jump on the pastel train, everybody would spin up, buy all this. Now it's not sounding like it was, really. And that's why it's going to be interesting how these other brands come out and what they do. Be prepared for J-Star to come out with skincare. He's gonna come out with some skincare because he's smart enough. He's gonna do something skincare-ish. He's gonna do something skincare-ish. Watch. I ain't mad at him if he does. Oh my God, I'm keep touching my face. I'm gonna have the corona. No, I'm just joking. You know, they're like, do not touch your face. Do not touch your face. Do not touch your face. Okay. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so terrible. So, let me tell y'all what I've done. So now, in the fragrance community, people will just send you samples and stuff just to try out. To like, you want to try it? They'll send it. So now I've gotten myself all ready to send out samples. I gotta go get, I have to go get some, I have to go get, batteries, but I have me a label maker so I can make labels. And then I have let me just show y'all. I bought a bunch of 2 ml spray bottles so that I could like send some product. Let me see how these things fit. I didn't even open it up. Let me see how these things are. So I bought a bunch of these. So don't be surprised if I don't send you something and say, hey, what's your email? What's your address? So I'm in a mood. A communal, first off, who wants communal salami? I'm just saying. That's problematic in itself. Salami? Who wants communal? I mean, salami in general. It's like one of those things like, what? Yeah, I got this salami. So I just want to share it with all of y'all. What? You want some salami? Real honestly, okay, I don't know. I lived a very Spartan life. My mom was not a food person. So I remember getting salami, like, regular salami at the grocery store, just salami for sandwiches. But fried salami was the shit. But I always wanted to take out them peppers. Them peppers I never liked in my salami. So I would pick out the little pepper things, and then I would fry that. Fried salami and fried bologna is the shit though. But you gotta fry it right. So you gotta press it down so you don't get those little spots of fried and just the rest of it ain't fried good. Or is it just me? That's how I learned how to do it. You had to press it down good so it didn't push up. So you didn't get that little. Okay, see, that's what I gotta see. Do these actually work? Uh-oh. I done bought these things, y'all, and I don't think they do work that well. Because they're not pushing down all the way. Right, you need it to be crispy all over. Oh shit, I done bought these little things and look, it's got a gap. Can y'all see that gap? What the fuck? I gotta see if these actually work. This is going to annoy me if these don't work well. It's like, is this the way it's supposed to be? I'm sensing that this was, this is not, because this feels like this is going to have a gap, But I'm looking, I gotta see if it's gonna make a spill. But I might know how to, I might use some. That's what I'm trying to do, and it's not screwing down. Let's test them out. Okay, so let's test it out. Let's test it out and see if it's going to, because I actually have painters. Thank you. I have some painters. I have some painters, plumber's tape that will seal it. So I might have to seal these, which is going to be so fucking annoying. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, snap. Where's the top? Okay. Okay, so I have one that I did for somebody. Cute communal salon. Yeah, I'm just gonna take some slime. Yeah, I use this one. Okay. I'm gonna take this just to see if it works. Let's see if it works. Because I don't want it to spill, you know? Now, I actually have something that works better. This is just like a funnel I'm using, which is like what they do at, what's the name? Hello, what's going on? Okay, so we're going to take a little, not fill it up, because I don't know how this is going to work. I actually have these sprayer attachments that work so much better if they fit correctly, but let's see how this is. Okay, so here we go. We put it in, and then I'm doing this. Okay, so it kind of just snaps on one, but let's see, will it come out? Of course it comes out. Of course it comes out because it's not sealed tight. I'm going to contact them because these damn things don't seal tight. Get my money back. Yeah, they don't seal tight. There's a gap because it's not pushing down all the way. Nope, I can't get it to go down all the way. So now I gotta send these damn things back. Yes, I got them from Amazon, so I will be getting in touch with the seller because these things do not. There's a gap, and they do because I can see this. It's moving. It shouldn't be. See, it's moving. Por favor, por favor. Oh, I did get it down. I got it down. Okay, so I had to push it down with the top, and then it went down all the way. Okay. Okay, so that's how I do it. So I just put the top on, pushed it down with the top, and then it went all the way down. Okay, we have solved the problem. Now let's see, do they work? Got a little in here. Oh, you get a nice little spray. Okay. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, we are good. Now watch this. Let me see if anybody's going to listen to me because we got 126 people in here and no one's talking to me that much. So if you would like to get a couple, I'll give 3 samples. Look at this. This is a giveaway. So if you would like 3 samples of anything that I have, I'm going to get little 2 milliliters. Send me an email. Leave a comment. No, you need to leave a comment of the 3 that you want in the comments. So first off, you have to leave a comment. Once I respond, email me your address. Yeah, 1 a.m. is a golden hour. So y'all hear me? If you're watching this, after this is over, you need to leave a comment in my comments. Let's tell y'all all right. And that's for everybody. That's the first. Let me say this. I'm gonna pick out at least, and I'm gonna do this tonight because I'm good. Leave a comment, and I will send you 2 or 3 samples. If I leave you a message like, "Yep, I see you." Now this has to happen within the first day, though. Don't be coming to me 3 weeks from now thinking I'm gonna send you some samples. No. Today, you leave a comment. What's today? This is March 11th. leave a comment. 3 fragrances if you know my fragrances, and if you don't, then that means you need to go watch some fragrance. Yeah, I did the sample sale. Didn't nobody buy nothing. No, a few people bought. So, and I need to do that giveaway. I need to finish that giveaway, but I needed the label maker. I needed a lot of things before I actually did it. So I will be pulling who won that one, the giveaway on there. And there is a sample sale giveaway. So there's a sample sale. If you want to get in that. So nope, I ain't looking in the chat. You got to go into my comments after you pull out of here. You need to put it in the what's the name? Yeah, I could do 2 meals of Delina for a few people. Not a lot though, because Delina, she costly. Delina is a costly one, so not everybody gonna get Delina. Don't even ask. About 3 people. First 3 people ask for Delina, get some Delina, because Delina is. Every time I spray her, I go. Hi Jenny, I get a little hiccup. So anyway, in the comments after this video, after the live chat, you must come back and comment that what you want, baby. She give me a hiccup every time I use her. I'll be like, ooh, Delina. So remember, y'all will not see me this weekend. It definitely remind. And let me tell you, I was just splashing myself, but I said, girl, have you lost your mind? You paid a lot for this. Not to say that I want to be that person, be like, oh my God, this is so much, I can't wear it. I'm going to wear my perfumes whenever I want to, but it's like, okay, you can temper it with some that's a little less expensive. You can do something that's not as expensive as that. Like this one, I could splash myself in honor every day. Oh my goodness, I could splash myself with this every day. So if you do not know so for the people who don't watch me, you need to go watch some fragrance video lives to find out what kind of stuff I have in my collection to see what you want. Okay, so I'm glad I figured out how to do that. So now we know how to set these up so people can actually use them. Okay. But yeah, so now, there we go. So yeah, so that's what's happening. So yeah, everybody, it's a bunch of y'all in here. If y'all want to get some samples, I got like a bunch of mailers I can do. Need to get in the comments. Tell me 2 or 3 things you would like to sample. There you go. There you go. I gotta go buy my so I can start making my labels. Yep. There you go. And I will pick out. Let me tell you this. I'm not gonna send this to everybody because Lord knows I can have a whole lot of people, and I ain't got that much. I ain't got that much coins. I will pick out 10 people. 10 people out of the comments who comment in the first 24 hours this is up. Say that you want, and then I will get with you and I will send you 2 to 3. I will send you 2 to 3. So in the first 24 hours, I will pick 10 people out the comments and I will get with you and you will get 2 to 3. I'll send you 2 to 3 of what you want. And I will even help you out, but you got to figure it out. So here's the thing. You got to watch some of my videos because there's a lot of fragrance and stuff out here. It's a lot. Y'all can find some, or at least be willing to say and if you really don't know, but you know what kind of types you like, tell me that too. And then I'll try to pick out 2 or 3 that I think you might want to try. So if you like roses, tell me that. If you like oud, tell me that. So tell me something if you don't really kind of know what I have. Like you might know like 1 or 2. Tell me what kind of fragrances you like. And of the 10 that I pick, you'll get 3. I can do 3. 3 is easy. Yeah, that won't kill me. 3 won't kill me. And y'all all better not ask for Delina though. I'm just playing. Look, I'm thinking about getting me another bottle anyway. I'm thinking, why am I? If I find another deal on it though, I might get it. No, because I'm gonna be moving on to other things. Oud lover, I love oud. I know I'm gonna get 20 requests for Delina. You was gonna ask what, Londa? What if you didn't know what I have? Yeah, if you could give me kind of like a vibe, like if you're really into vanillas, if you really like florals, I can give you something floral like, to try out. Um, Things like that. I just found out. I thought I was being like Miss Coinage, saving the coins. I got a lot of stuff that don't save coins. I'm just saying. I thought I did, but I really don't. I save coins because I don't pay retail, but I still have been spending a little coins. So yeah. Ooh wee. Okay, so I'm almost at 2 hours. Oh, it's 1:15. That's about the time. Okay, yeah. All right. So, oh, and I put this on my community tab. I have a poll that I'm doing. So I need y'all to go look at it and tell me what you want, because there's a couple of things I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing my okay, so yeah, there you go. There you go. Sweet smelling. You like the sweets. Okay, okay. All right. So yeah. Um you want the soup. Okay, because I did breakfast or soup. I said, I do live doing like fast soups, or how I make a fast soup, or how some of the breakfast, the way my favorite breakfast, like my oatmeal, my yogurt thing that I do for my yogurt, stuff like that. So I could do breakfast because I'm not a huge breakfast person. So okay, so I need y'all to go into the community tab and vote. Soup is winning out anyway, so I guess I'll do something about soup and how I make soup, because especially once, and I really can't do it yet, and I'm just trying to anticipate, because with the baby here in my apartment, my kitchen is kind of like babied out now. It's got the sterilizer and everything. You're right. Soup is good to fight the illness. So you know what, you're right. So I'll try to do a quick one and show like lemon ginger, a quick lemon ginger thing, how to make a good lemon ginger soup for yourself. And that's really good for colds. So I'll do something like that. Not my specific. I have to do something because I sell lemon ginger broth all the time. So there's the problem. I sell my broth. So it's like I can't be telling them my whole secrets to y'all. But anyway, we'll come up with something. We'll come up with a good cold fighter soup. Not my signature soup that I make, which is my lemon ginger, because I'm gonna be selling that next year. I'm just telling the truth. Depending on how my coins are, I might be a soup lady. Salami soup. Not salami soup. I can't stand you. No, we're not doing no damn salami soup. However, I have made soup with what's that stuff called? Like smoked sausage. I do make a smoked sausage soup. But I'm big on, I do vegetarian, and I will do I do a good, really good. I can't show how to do all of that, but I will give y'all some, hints. See, here's the thing. I actually do soups. So I'm like the soup Nazi. I ain't trying to give you my recipes, but I will give some like my little quick down and dirty soup. You need something to eat, because there's certain things that I try to keep in the house. Hello, how are you? Like one of the things I do try to keep in the house is I try to keep a certain amount of canned beans, certain ones like cannellinis and stuff. So in case I'm just gonna throw together something like that, I can do it. So yeah, so I have those. And I was looking, you know what? I make a black bean lentil soup. I was looking at some picture I put up, and I was like, I need to make this again. One day, apparently, I had made like a spicy pasta thing. I had made like a spicy shrimp with sun-dried tomatoes and spinach pasta. I was like, I need to recreate this. I do a pumpkin curry soup too. I do that one too, Jenny. I make pumpkin curry. I do a pumpkin apple curry. Jenny, I need to get a new what's the name? But throw in some apples. It'll change. It'll change it. It will change it. It will change it. Do a little pumpkin curry. Pumpkin apple curry. That's why I'm thinking, like depending on how my coins are. Yeah, I have to get a new immersion blender because I don't know what I did with it. It's gone. I think I accidentally tossed it. I don't know what was I was thinking of, but I did. This raindrop smell. Right, it is a necessary tool. It really is. But yes, I need to get a new immersion blender for that. But yes, I've done pumpkin apple. Cause see, like what I'm thinking about, I don't feel like doing ramen. Soup is so much easier to do. If I do like soup night, people can come and pick up their soup. So then all I gotta do is just make the soups, keep them warm, and all right, here you go, out my door, out my door, get out, okay, get out. But the problem is, people want to come and hang out with me. No, you're not staying over my house. You're not eat. I did say I might do a whole soup night, and it'll be like you pay a flat fee, and I have the soups here, and you can have a bowl of soup here with me, and then you can take a bowl with you home. But it'll be like a soup night. You come over. I'm thinking about doing that for next fall and winter soup night. So it'll be like you would have soup. It'll be like I'll have yeah, I'm still alive. It would be like you would have like soup. It would be like a few soups, a variety of soups, maybe four, and then you would be able to like have a bowl of soup here, hang out, and then take a bowl of soup home. But if I do that, I have to have two seatings because folks would never leave. So I would have to have two seatings and it'll be BYOB because I ain't serving you a drink. If you want to drink, bring some wine because I ain't doing all that. I'll have something like you had some lemon water, cucumber lemon water. Boom, that's all I got. And this is what you're paying for: the soup and some bread and some butter. So that yeah, I might be doing that depending. Yeah, I might be depending on how my coins are looking in the fall. That might be something that I'm doing because I can just make the big old pots of soup and let them stay warm. Have like big stock pots of soup. You know exactly, Isaiah. Um, and let have do like two meat based and then two vegetarian kind of soups. You know, you can come in, pick out your soup. Because I do a really nice vegetarian chili, and then I do like a black bean and lentil curry soup, or I can do pumpkin curry stuff like that, and then have my signature lemon ginger, you know, cream of rice, chicken and rice soup, and then do something else, like maybe something like depending on, and switch them up. Switch them up so they won't always be the same, and then that way that's fun to me, and that's fun. I can make soups, so I think that's what I'm gonna do because ramen is so labor intensive because they're made that each ramen is made individually, so it's like you cooking all night. But if I do soups, I can prepare them in advance, just keep them warm. And then, this because I make a big ass pot of soup. And so I could just have stock pots of soup and just sell it off like that. I just got to figure out how many servings do I get out of each one, for the quart, because it would be a quart size. I always give out quarts. So I got to go buy some quart things and see how much would be the amount that they would be getting of soup, one to have here, one to take home, or if they don't want to stay. But see, I really hate people because part of the reason why I don't want to do this is because of that issue I had the last time I did something. So I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, exactly, man. I was eating do you go to events? What do you mean, do I go to events? What does that mean? So there's more people in here, and I ain't saying it again. Don't forget, put your name, put your stuff in there, put your stuff, and then you're gonna get your, you know, I'm sending you what you want. Comments, because you might be one of the 10. Oh, honey. No, do I do events? No, I don't go to events. I do stuff, when I do stuff like that, it's strictly in my house. However, why am I thinking I think it would be kind of cool to have a food truck and just do soups. Let me stop talking out loud. Let me find what I'm looking for. No, I don't do events. Mm-mm. Not at all. Not gonna happen. Oh, I bet you that's cool. Your blunt brain flu. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So I'm sorry. I'm sending a message. I was sending a message. I'm just trying to do things at the same time. So I'm just. Oh. Um. Um. There's something about that Jenny and us, so I got to look into. I do know that you have to, and which I like in Chicago, is like if you have a food truck, you have to pay for this um garage thing or whatever, where you have to bring it in every day and clean it out. So it's like you have to use this one thing. Um uh right. I have done. Thank you, Isaiah. Why is 178 people here and I only got 19 likes? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can get certified, and I mean it's easy to get certified. You just need a sanitation license. But you have to, you can, there are kitchens that I could use, like a certified kitchen. And yes, I think you do have to use certified kitchens, but there's a couple of places where you can just rent it, rent. It would just be out. See, that's why I ain't doing all that. It's a cute thought, but what I will do, is what I normally do is just do a pop-up thing, and it's like once a month or so, because that's less stressful. I'm not trying to be in the food industry. I'm just not. I ain't got I got enough on my plate. I got school. I got all this other stuff, but I don't mind doing it once a month because once a month is cool. So once a month is cool. And it's fun. I get to cook, and then I move it out. I'm like, okay, we're done. I might do, and I'm thinking about it, if I can make it happen. I might do a summer dinner here. I haven't decided yet though. So I'm going back and forth if I might do a summer dinner here. But I might just do it because we're doing like a brunch thing. B has now decided she wants to do this brunch thing every other month. So I might do a summer dinner, but I'll probably do it more like a friends thing. So it's not, it's not as I might do one that's a friends thing, and then I might want to do one that's for pay, depending on how I feel. If I have the ability to create the ambiance, the whole vibe, because I actually have space downstairs that I could actually do it in. So I have to figure it out, because I might just do one dinner event for the summer, but I have to think about it, because I really want to do like a melon soup, like a cold melon soup. I've done it before. It's been years, but I want to do a really good cold melon soup. For first course, a nice cold melon soup with a beautiful salad, and something very summerish and very pretty. So I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about it. I cannot remember. I made it years ago. It had a little spice in it, but it was more about it was a very summery one. So it was more of like, that summer cool melon soup vibe. So I gotta decide. I gotta decide. I gotta decide if I'm gonna do it. All right, y'all. Yeah. Oh, honey. Okay, so let me tell y'all. I did before I go. I did what I called take a. It was in September. There's this day, take a man to dinner date, something. So I did a whole dinner. It was like take a man to dinner, and it was like I did an auction of these guys, and these ladies paid to have dinner with this group of guys that I had, and so it was really nice, and the dinner was, which dinner did I do that? Okay, so I did a trio of wontons. And I had a spinach feta cheese one, I had a chicken one, and then I did a beef one. So it was a trio of wontons. And then they had a beautiful salad. I always dress a salad because when you do stuff like that, you better dress your salad. Don't give people choices on dressing. So it was a nice, green salad. And then I did a stuffed chicken breast, and it was stuffed with spinach and sun-dried tomatoes and things. So I did a stuffed chicken breast and lemon risotto with, I think we did a vegetable too. I can't remember what the vegetable was, but the crown of the night was the lemon risotto. Me and it was my friend's daughter because she was in culinary school. We made perfect risotto for 20 people. Perfect risotto for 20 people. And then I did what was the dessert on that one? It might have been, because this is what I do. This is one of my signature um desserts, and I don't think I might have done this in this one. One of the desserts that I always make, and I need to make some other ones, is I make a shortcake, and then I do Karen. We had two big pots, and we made it together, and we were like, okay, pour in the juice, pour in the broth, and it was perfect. And we brought out 20 plates for everybody. I'll see if I can find the pictures, and I'll do a photo grid, and I'll put it on my community tab so you can see how it was. And my house was decorated. I did like blue charger plates. It was blue and silver. Man, the timing was on point because the timing is everything with risotto. And we had man, never. I ain't good at that. I'm good when I'm in the moment. I ain't that person. And so then we did I do a apple in the fall. I always do an apple shortcake, and it has a whiskey cream sauce. So that's like one of my signature desserts is apple shortcake with whiskey cream sauce. I also do a really good, I've learned how to do them, is a Bailey's cupcake, a Bailey's Irish cream cupcake, um, and with a Bailey's buttercream frosting, chocolate buttercream frosting. Those bitches came out awesome. And then I've done a margarita one too that came out really good. So I've done like a margarita cupcake with a margarita frosting with tequila in the frosting. Yes, ma'am, it's got a little tequila. So I do like a margarita kind of vibe. So I've done those. I like those a lot for like events because they're, you make them up and they work really good. So yeah. So because I do like doing events, but I don't never want to make that my career. I like doing them here and there, and then they're fun for me then. But doing it like all the time, hell no. So like I could do something and I'm like, okay, let's do it this month. Yeah, and Yeah, like when I was doing my events, like we would do every few months we would have a weekend of events. So like a lot of times we would do a lot of the cooking. So some of them I did a lot of the cooking for them. Some of them we did cater because like it was just like no, I ain't trying to do all that. Let's cater. So a couple of them I did cater, like my Caribbean event. I I catered that. But the night before we had done like this cigar night, Cuban, it was like Cuban cigar night we called it. And so I made stuff for that. So I made all the like little Hispanic food for that, with a little Latin flavor food for that. But but I like doing it here and there. I don't ever want to be like, oh, I'm a no. But it's fun when I do it in the moment and then I'm done because that shit wears you out. That takes a lot out of you. That's not my career, so I'm not the best at it, but I can make it happen. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Man, it takes a lot out of you. So it's cool to do it here and there. Like we're doing brunch. B's doing this whole brunch thing, and so we're doing a brunch here, and so we right, exactly. We're doing brunch here, so we're doing part of the brunch, but we've invited people who like to cook. So everybody will be bringing something good. So that's a good thing. So we have brunch here and we're doing it every few months. And then we're trying to invite people. Karen, you will be invited to one. It's just that we don't have enough space right now. So, we got to limit. Once they move into their space, we'll have more space because my space will be a little more, I have a little more room with more rooms where people can move around and sit and have brunch. Right now, we're so limited on space because all the bedrooms are full. But soon it'll just be me in this big old apartment. It'll just be me in this big old apartment. This apartment is like 12. Oh, I know. But yeah, so we're doing them every couple of months. So, you're on the list. It's just we just ain't have enough room this time. Why am I putting this here when I know I need this right here in this box? We are cause you cook. So you're coming one time. You're coming one time because you cook. Because we want people who actually will bring stuff for brunch. That'll be good. Hi, Malika. Okay, I have been on here for over 2 hours. Let me get off of here and go to sleep. And call off because I ain't going to work. What's the age limit? Just people we know for that kind of stuff. It's just the people we know. It's just usually the people we know. So it's thank you for saying good night. So let's come on and let's say a few good nights and everything. So good night to everybody. Have a great night. Yes, I hope I do too. Go on, girl. You got 2 hours to watch, so you could come back. We had some really good conversations. If you came in late, go in the beginning because we did talk about some really good things. We talked about the beauty industry. We talked about, this whole Me Too and the stuff about the two Corys. We talked about that. We talked about the virus. We talked about all of that. It was an interesting, yes, right. We talked about the craziness. We talked about all of them things in the beginning. And then I had to put a couple of polls. So don't forget, if you are watching this, I got 206 people. You need to put comments in. No, we didn't talk about him. We were talking about the other stuff, Isaiah. You also want to see it. We talked about, if you are watching now, once I end this, put a comment in. I'm going to be picking 10 people out of the comments. And then I will be sitting, they can pick out 3 sample sizes. I'll be sending out 2 meal samples. You can pick out 3 things, 3 something out of my collection that you would like to try. and I will send it out to you. So that'll be 10 people. You hear me? 10 people. So you got to leave something in the comments. You got to say something, and I'll work it out. 10 people, leave a comment. Listen to me. It has to be a comment, not in my chat. Got to go into the comments. So 10 people I will pick out of the comments to get some samples, 3 samples that I will send you. Now that I figured out how to use the sample thing. All right. Talk to you all later. Have a great night. Get some rest if you're at work. Hope it's an easy peasy night, Malika, on you. You all have a great night. Talk to you later.